fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Henry, 57. On the ball. Hey. Orbit. 57. Mike, 57. I don't think you got it, son. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set. 15 running. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, check, crunch. Check 31.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
54. They can't hang with us.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Carson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Now Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the return that time, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Seahawks take over
Good
first
one,
and
boys.
10
Let's go.
at
Let's
their
go.
own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check your hot read. Check. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
$16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
16. Seahawks, nothing.
Ready? Mike, watch 57. Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Gold for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On first down, Carson. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. We just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. Shoot. Hey, check Mike 57. Let's set a tone, fellas.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down and 10 yards to go.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's get this. Check.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. And that score gives him a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Johnson, the intended target. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with some...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Let's go. Mike 54. Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 24, Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 4.
Jackson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now it's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 yards, first down Niners.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. Let's bring. You better bring.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Rush in. Here we go. Yo. 57, Mike, 57. Hey. That's trash.
Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They find some open field here. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike's 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field Winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up second and 2.
Let's go, V, let's go.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And the Seahawks first down.
Check back 54. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball. Kill.
This is Carson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Hey, alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
I'm coming after you.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A little juke. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Here we go. That's it. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Deep. Shift.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. 280. Let's go. 4 down. 80 weapons. Do it.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa